Hello Virgo, welcome to my channel, Sarah Angel Tarot. This is your reading. Remember, it will not resonate with all Virgos, but you know I tried to reach majority. So this is for Virgo, full Celtic cross, Queen of Pentacles, that could be you. That is the earth element, but if it's meant to come out, it will, you know, again. So this is for Virgo, full Celtic cross. Always look for a positive reading, but if not, we will work through it. Tarot is here to hinder, to help, not to hinder. I almost said hinder. It is to give you warnings of what you can change your path. You know, if you don't like what's presented to you, change your path. You have, you know, free will. Incoming energy. You're no longer going to look at the failures in your life with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. You're no longer going to study it, think about it, mull over it. You're done with it. You know, the failures, you're done with it. Current environment. Got the Nine of Wands again. You're not thinking of any burdens. You're not thinking about taking on any more burdens. Anything that's not cumbersome to you. And also, remember, I'm going to clarify these so I can change up the story as I go with the next deck, okay? What's crossing is the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups can be a water sign. It could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or someone who has a lot of emotions going on right now. And maybe you don't want this burden with them, or maybe this person may try to help you with a burden, or letting go of burdens, I should say. Your goal is to listen to your gut instincts from now on and your intuition with the High Priestess in the upright. Foundation, ooh, got lovers coming in. I don't know, maybe is the Queen of Cups a lover? You can leave it in the comments, but it may not be. But the foundation is lovers in the upright, okay? And it is major arcana. In the past, you may have been dealing with sharp words, people that were dealing you underhandedly, or just basically messages that were abrupt, that you didn't like what you were hearing with the Page of Swords. It also could be some of you may have been dealing with a younger type air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. But usually when I see this in reverse, I see it as messages coming through. And the messages are sharp, or someone has kind of done something that you don't know about that has to do with communications. Maybe someone had talked to somebody else that you know about you. But you're not taking on any more burdens. You're listening to your gut instinct. And like I said, I'm going to clarify these to find out what's going on. Like I said, it could change the whole story up. In the near future, you're going to feel a little off balance. With Temperance in reverse, you're going to feel like something's a little off. Maybe you are going to listen to your intuition and saying, something's just not quite right in the near future. Again, with here, you got the possible future outcome or advice from the universe, and it's a Page of Pentacles. This also can be about messages about finances or stability, or it could be about you trying to turn your situation around. I got to clarify, like I said, what is coming towards you or the outside environment. Someone wants to break free with the Eight of Swords. They no longer want to feel trapped or no longer want to have interference. Maybe interference is breaking away. We'll find out. Hopes and fears, you're afraid there'll be no give and take in your life with people around you, business, it doesn't matter. That's what your fear is, that there'll be no give and take. So if you know what that is, you can leave it in the comments. I do read all of them, even though I can't always answer them. In the end, we got the Five of Wands. This is a little bit of strife. I don't always think this is the most horrible type of arguments or anything like that. I see this more as competition, getting your ground, doing what you're wanting, going against other people. When I see like harsh strife, like arguments and fighting, it's usually the swords energy. So let's see what's going on. This whole story, this whole situation can change up. We're just not knowing anything. We just know, well, we know some stuff. We know that you're no longer looking at past failures, or past burdens. You're not willing to take any more on. And we know that the Queen of Cups is crossing the situation. Like I said, it could be a water sign or someone with the emotions of like a water sign, not necessarily a water sign. So 9 of Wands, Queen of Cups, why you there as a subject at hand for Virgo. Someone's not collaborating. Maybe you're not collaborating anymore, because I do see you releasing stuff. Maybe you're just not willing to work with it with the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. And you got the 9 of Wands, Queen of Cups, 3 of Pentacles. Why you there is a subject at hand for Virgo. Again, Queen of Cups in reverse. So yeah, you're not collaborating possibly with the Queen of Cups, or the Queen of Cups is not collaborating with you, or you just decide not to work with each other at all. Again, it could be a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, but like I said, it doesn't have to be. Now what crowns you is you got the High Priestess in the upright, listening to your gut instinct, listening to your intuition, pondering about things in the past, not really pondering, but knowing full well now. Things come to light to you. You're able to tune into things more readily. So the High Priestess in the upright, why you there for Virgo. Yeah, you're no longer going to be taking a break or kind of laying back low. Got too many cards here. It's about strength, regaining strength. But I see you. A couple cards try to fall out that there was just too many. But the High Priestess in the upright, 4 of Swords in reverse, why you there for Virgo. Yeah, you're no longer going to be stagnant and taking breaks or laying low. You're no longer going to be hiding in the corners, I should say. So the High Priestess in the upright, 4 swords in reverse. Why are you there? See if the same cards come out. Oh, you're going for wealth and stability. The ultimate wealth. It looks like you're getting on the go, Virgo. You're starting to pick up speed here. Now the foundation of this is the Lovers. It is in the upright as the foundation, as what is supporting all this in some way. Lovers in the upright, why you there for Virgo? For May, why you there for Virgo? Wheel of Fortune. You may feel like with a lover situation is no longer moving forward, or is not fortunate for you, or you're not fortunate in love, you feel. This could be so many things. Let me get another card. The Lovers in the upright, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Why are you there for Virgo? I think a lover situation is probably hopeless and not fortunate. That's not going to bring you good tidings. And it could be this Queen of Cups energy, you know. Now, I do see some sharp words, possibly with the Page of Swords in reverse in the past. That's over here. So, and also possibly some underhanded stuff, possibly. But let's find out for sure. Page of Swords in reverse. Why are you there for Virgo? Queen of Swords. Someone who really speaks out their words and doesn't hold back. Queen of Swords can be, again, an air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. It doesn't have to be, though. Someone who's using very sharp words or just straight to the point. And maybe somebody didn't like it, or maybe they didn't like maybe some of the words you had to say. But the Queen of Swords, they usually got their, you know, very good intelligence. They got very good intelligence usually. They're quick-witted usually. But let's find out. Page of Swords in reverse. Queen of Swords in the upright. Why are you there in the past? You could be very well dealing with an air sign. Yeah, things went too slow. It could be for some of you. Some of them, somebody may be checking on you without you knowing. Seeing how things are going. Because that could be also Knight of Pentacles. That's right there. Even though it's a slow going energy, it's steady moving this way. It's steady moving from the past. And someone may be checking on you to make sure that maybe even everything's okay. Maybe you had words with somebody. But you're moving forward. Now in the near future, you got Temperance. It's in reverse. Temperance in reverse. Why you there for Virgo? What's going on? Near future. So it should be like the first couple weeks in May. You're trying to gain a victory. You're feeling a little off balance because you're trying to gain a victory. Maybe you're trying to too hard. It could be because I see you really going forward for something, you know, for your ultimate stability. And maybe people around you will think, well, she or he must have lost their head. They're really, you know, going for something else, but you're going for a victory. And maybe people around you do not understand that. So Temperance in reverse, Six of Wands in the upright while you're there as the near future. Trying to regain a balance. Yeah, you're coming out of anxiety. Yeah, it shows you feeling a little unbalanced still. You're trying to regain what is yours. You're trying to be victorious and coming out of anxiety, you know, the situations, whatever occurred in the past. Because I do see that you didn't want to collaborate with somebody else anymore. You're wanting to let go of burdens. You're wanting to let go of failures. So you're going for victories. Even though you're feeling a little, you know, still a little offbeat, you're getting there. You're overcoming anxieties with the Nine of Swords in reverse. Now, possible future outcome or advice from the universe. We got the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles in reverse. Why are you there for Virgo? What is going on? Yeah, it's the universe, I think, trying to give you some information. Is saying, like, don't take any offers or messages that'll make you feel trapped again. Make sure when you do take on financial situations or offers of stability that they don't trap you up again with the Eight of Swords. So the Page of Pentacles in reverse, Eight of Swords in the upright while you're there. So watch the offers you take in the future. Yeah, go for, you know, wish fulfillment. Don't take any offers that will tie you down so much that you will feel trapped again, you know, because you're trying to overcome the failures of the past and the burdens from the past. So don't go back into that. Go for what you're wishing for. Go for the things that, I don't know, in a way take a chance on the things that you're really wanting. Because you don't want to be trapped with situations or messages or offers that will, you know, tie you up again, if that makes any sense. So I do think this is actually from the universe telling you don't go back to that trapped feeling, because the outside environment, what's coming towards you, is breaking free with the Eight of Swords in reverse coming towards you, or the outside environment. So don't look towards the entrapments, the interference, things that try to bind you. Go for, try to express yourself more to where, you know, you will get that victory and that ultimate 10 of Pentacles, your ultimate security and stability in life. So Eight of Swords in reverse. Why are you there? And you want that in reverse as the outside environment, or what is coming towards Virgo. Ah. Yeah, it says not to feel chained again. Break free from feeling chained from the devil. Okay? Don't get bound up again with the devil right there. It's saying breaking free from the devil. Eight of Swords, the devil. And I had that for somebody else. This was so weird. Another sign. I don't remember which one. Eight of Swords in reverse, the devil in the upright. Why are you there for Virgo? There's that Five of Wands. Yeah, breaking free from things that no longer serve you, that cause strife in your life. Now, your hopes and fears, you got the, that's the Six of Pentacles, I believe, isn't that the Six of Pentacles? I don't know this artwork that well. Yeah, it looks like the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, it is the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles in reverse. You're afraid to be no give and take in your life. You think that life won't be fair to you, you know. So 6 of Pentacles in reverse while you're there for Virgo. As the hopes and fears. Doesn't have to be a reality. Remember that. Yeah, you're afraid you'll have disappointment again with the 5 of Cups. You're afraid you have disappointment and life won't be fair. Can I get another card for the 6 of Pentacles in reverse and the 5 of Cups? And you're going to need to work hard. You're afraid you're going to have to work. You're going to work so hard for everything, and then life just won't be fair again, even though you work hard for everything. That's your fear. But in the end, ooh, you're getting something. You're going for competition here. I believe this is the 5 of Wands is going to be competition for you. And you're going to make a choice with the 2 of Wands next to it to what goes for what serves you. So when you got the 2 of Wands, you got two, I'm going to put this down, you got 2 different situations here, and you're holding on to both of them. But one of them you're going to let go for the other, but you're still kind of holding on to the other. So you're basically going to make a choice, and you're going to make the better choice that you need to go forward. And I think you're going to have a little competition out there, but I think you're going to find it more exciting than anything of a burden. It's like a fresh start. You're going to be, maybe it has to do with work, because you are going for that 10 of Pentacles, whatever it is. You're going for something that you really, really think is worthwhile for you. That is like your dream. You're going to get a fresh start, and you're going to feel a little bit of energized where before maybe you weren't, you know. You were under heavy burdens. So 5 of Wands in the upright, 2 of Wands in the upright. Why you there is the final outcome for Virgo. Yeah, you're not going to deal with the Page of Swords in reverse anymore. Remember, in the past it was over here. You're going to let people know what you're thinking. Maybe that's why that 5 of Wands is there. You're gonna take on your power, and you're gonna say, I'm making my choices, I'm doing what I want, and I'm not dealing with anything that's kind of underhanded or sneaky or not in the upright. Because you're going to see this for what it is, and you're going for what you're wanting. I think when people are going to go up against you, they're going to be a little bit surprised and realize you're taking on your true form of what you should be in life. In the end, you get this 9 of Pentacles in the upright. It's gain. It's independence. It's taking on your power. I knew that was somewhere. I see you really taking on the things that you really want in life and letting go of the burdens. And I think you're going to let people know around you that you're not going to be the old Virgo anymore that you used to be. You're going to take on what is yours. At first, you're going to feel a little unbalanced about it. You're going to still try to get your footing so you can gain a victory, but you're going to break out of that anxiety. I do see the outside forces coming in that you're going to break free from an oppressive situation and maybe even take up for yourself. The universe is saying, don't get trapped up again. Go for your wishes. Don't get trapped up again, okay? Don't do it again. And understand that even though the past was a little, a little crazy in some ways and a little burdensome, start listening to your gut intuition with the High Priestess. Listen to your gut this time and go for your ultimate stability in life with the 10 of Pentacles, because in the end, you're going towards that. And it looks like, and then by the time you're done with all this, you'll regain some balance and some independence like you're supposed to. So gain is on the way. You're taking on your power, and I don't think you're going to let anybody get in your way. And this is more about getting your overall, stability, like I said. Something that you needed to do. One of these days I'll get this all in the picture. Oops. Sorry about that. Well, this is your reading. So if you want to be around for the next reading, hit that subscribe and the bell. And I'll talk to you later, okay, Virgo? Bye.